Currently, we are facing a big hue and cry regarding the dreaded disease called black fungus or mucormycosis in COVID patients. First and foremost, this black fungus is a misnomer. Black fungus is an entirely different fungus species that causes another set of disease or symptoms unrelated to the current mucormycosis. Mucormycosis are caused by mucorales, a type of fungi that is commonly seen, whose spores are commonly seen in the environment we live in, both indoors and outdoors. And we interact with these spores on a day-to-day basis. But we do not get infected because of our strong immunity and the low virulence of the organism. Something that needs to be cleared is it is not a contagious disease. It cannot spread from one person to another just because somebody is your neighbor or you share a bed with someone. And this disease is not a new disease. We have seen mucormycosis, we have treated it before, we know how it is going to attack the body, and we know how to diagnose it. And it was commonly seen before in immunocompromised individuals like uncontrolled diabetes, blood cancer patient, transplant patients, patients who are on long-term immunosuppressive agents, and also patients with high iron load. Now, what is the sudden surge in cases of mucormycosis among COVID patients in India? India is the diabetic capital of the world, and we have a lot of diabetic patients in the country who do not have a controlled blood sugar levels. Hence, the incidence of COVID and also incidence of mucormycosis are high among them. Second point is that the COVID-19 infection fatigues your immune system. Moreover, the treatment directed for it, that is the steroids, the antivirals and the antibiotics, are further going to suppress your immunity. Third point, steroids. Yes, steroids are going to cause uncontrolled blood sugars, which will again cause mucormycosis. Fourth is a high level of ferritin in COVID patients, which is an indicator of severe disease. All this sets an excellent stage for the mucormycosis to invade and attack your body. And the mucor openly accepts the invitation. How does the infection occur and what are the signs and symptoms? The mucor spores enters your body via inhalational route into your nose, into your sinus cavity, and invades the sinus mucosa. It can further attack your eyes, your brain, and your palate if it is untreated. It can also attack your lungs. So what are the symptoms that you need to look for? Localized facial pain, nasal block, nasal discharge, headache, fever. And if it attacks your eyes, any periorbital swelling, that is swelling around your eye area, or pain around your eye area, difficulty in seeing, blurring of vision or double vision. And in case it invades your brain, it is going to cause mental confusion or altered behavior. These are the signs that you need to look out for. Why is it a dreaded disease? The invasiveness of the fungus and the ability of the fungus to attack the blood vessels and spread via the blood vessels. Also, the death of the surrounding tissues causing necrosis and blackish discoloration of the surrounding tissue is a major reason that we fear the disease. Moreover, the treatment. So the major or the mainstay of the treatment of mucormycosis is surgical debridement. That means we need to remove the dead tissue around your nose, around your sinuses, and clean it, and then you should be started on IV antifungal agents like amphotericin for a minimum of 6 to 8 weeks. The complicated and prolonged regimen of treatment is a major hurdle that we face in the treatment of mucormycosis. What are the precautions that you can take to control mucormycosis? One is strict control of your diabetes, especially if you are staying at home or quarantined or you're discharged post-COVID, make sure you monitor your blood glucose levels on a daily basis and keep it under control. Make sure that you're having or leading a healthy lifestyle and taking a good diet that is going to control your diabetes. Second thing, steroids. Please avoid taking steroids unless you're under medical supervision. Even if you're taking steroids, make sure to monitor your blood glucose level on a daily basis and keep it under control. Third thing, if you have any signs or symptoms related to mucormycosis, please seek medical help immediately and please do not delay the treatment. Fourth thing is, of course, your universal masking. Mask can prevent mucormycosis to a certain extent. Fifth important thing is, there is no indication or absolutely no role for antifungal prophylaxis in mucormycosis. So, with these small things, you can actually control your blood sugar levels and keep mucormycosis away, just like we are trying to keep the corona away. So, stay safe and stay healthy.